Do subscribe to Ekeeda channel and press bell icon to get updates about latest engineering, HSC and IIT JEE main and advanced videos.
Hello students, let us solve the next question. Question number 26 of NEET Physics paper 2017. Which of the following statements are correct? This is question number 26. There are 4 options given and we have to read all the options and see which one is correct. It might be more than one options correct because we have got in 2 pair, so we have got 2 options correct given in every options. Center of, this would be mass. The center of mass of a body always coincides with the center of gravity of the body. If I think of this one, in almost 99% cases, the center of mass always coincides with center of gravity, but in one case, the center of mass may not coincide with the center of gravity. Is that if from the surface of Earth, if I have a very long structural objects, tall objects extending up to very few kilometers, then the center of mass and the center of gravity will not lie at the same place. If the structure is uniform, the center of mass will be here. This is the center of mass. But then center of gravity, as we know that as you go up, the center of gravitational acceleration decreases. So the average will somewhere lie here. So this is the center of gravity. So in such cases of very tall objects, the center of mass and center of gravity will not coincide. So that it always coincides is wrong. Sometimes, most of the cases coincides, but always coincides is wrong because in this case is not coinciding. So option number 1 is not a correct one. So therefore A is not the answer. The 2 is never the answer because A is there. This is not the answer. So let us say so A part is wrong. Let us check the B part. Center of mass, here you also write double S, here single S. Center of mass of a body is the point at which the total gravitational torque on the body is 0. Center of mass of a body is the point at which the total gravitational torque on the body is 0. Suppose I take a rod or a uniform scale of 1 meter at 50 centimeter marks from here. It lies the center of mass, also lies the center of gravity. It is the point at which center of mass is the point about which if I take the total gravitational torque due to gravity, torque due to gravitational force about this point, the torque due to gravity about the center of mass, then that will be 0 because the body is balanced about that. So this has to be 0 because all the forces will pass to this point and this point itself is in equilibrium. So this is a correct statement. Any body, because this is the rod, if I balance at this center of mass, it will be balanced. If this is balanced, that means the torque about that point, this is the center of mass. The center of mass lies here and the torque about that point must be 0 because all the forces are supposed to be passing through this point. So the torque is 0, it's not rotating. C option, if I take a couple on a body produce both translation and rotational motion in the body. It is a wrong statement because couple is what? Suppose I have a body like that and 2 equal and opposite forces must act. One force is this one at 2 different points in a body. So these are the two different points on which two forces of equal magnitude but in opposite sense are applied. Now when this situation is there, suppose then this body will rotate only. This will have a turning effect only because the net force is 0, because F net is 0, implies that because it was earlier it was at rest. Suppose that it was at rest and now suddenly two equal and opposite forces are applied, the center of mass was at rest. When initially the center of mass, the velocity of center of mass was 0, in the absence of net external force, the center velocity of center of mass will still be 0. That means the velocity of the center of mass, suppose this is the center of mass and it is at rest and net force is 0, then center of mass will not move. That means this will be at that point only. If this is not moving, then there is no translational motion possible. Different parts of the body might move, but this point will not move. If this point will not move, then there is no translation. So this implies that no motion of center of mass. No motion means it is not actually translating. This implies no translational motion. This implies that there is no translational motion and only rotation is possible. So only pure rotation. So a couple always produces pure rotation. The body will only rotate about a particular point. So it is just keep on rotating. This is a pure rotation. This point will not move. So therefore, the option number C is that a couple produces both. Both is not right. Only rotation is right. So this option is wrong. So answer will be obviously B, and also to check the D1. Let us check D1. The option number D talks about the mechanical advantage greater than 1 means that mechanical advantage greater than 1 means that small effort can be used to lift a larger load. That's very simple mechanical use, that the mechanical advantage is if it is greater than 1. Is greater than 1. Mechanical advantage is 1 means that whatever you are applying, that amount of load it can lift. That means if I want to lift a load of, suppose this load is a body which is having a weight of suppose 10 Newton, then to lift this, if I apply a force of 10 Newton to lift or little more than that, then I can lift it. But this is there is no mechanical advantage here, because the effort and the load both are the same. So this mechanical advantage is 1. But if this is the situation, here the mechanical advantage is 1. But here the situation is that the weight is 10 and I am applying by certain means, that I apply certain means so that it is lifted off. But I am not applying a 10, I will apply suppose 2 Newton force, and still it's being lifted. This is possible through a pulley or a lever arrangement. So if that is the case, then advantage mechanical, there is advantage because I'm applying less and getting the weight to be lifted. So in this case the mechanical advantage is greater than 1. And mechanical advantage is negative means that to lift a weight of 10 and actually I'm applying more than that. If I apply 15 to lift this, then it is a mechanical disadvantage. So here that means that mechanical advantage greater than 1 means that the effort should be less than the load. Small effort, large load. That is correct. So D option is correct. This is correct. So that means we have got B and D, and B and D is the option number 1. That is the right answer to this question. Okay, thank you.